to Nutty's niche. And I'm Nutty. Hey, nobody's perfect. That's why pencils have erasers. Peace out.
Hello, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. Little Jeffree Star inspired with the addition of first time ever putting on eyelashes, and then I have the pink hair. I was like, yeah, maybe he won't yell at me too hard. Just a little bit of accountability. I am feeling really positive about the changes as I've been making. I got my 3,000 steps in every day this week but one, and that was Friday, because Thursday, after grocery shopping, as per usual, getting back in the car, driving home, something happened. My hip did whatever my hip does, and I was using my walker in the house in excruciating pain until it decided not to do that anymore, which was late Friday nights. Definitely Saturday morning I was feeling better, allowing me to exercise Saturday, which I did. And so let's get into accountability, shall we? Thursday's weigh-in, 280 pounds. I was pretty excited to see that number. It'd been a minute. You know, I got so complacent. Shouldn't have done that. My waist was 45.5 inches. That is another half inch gone. Hips stayed the same at 59. So feeling pretty good about all of that. Did not rebound at all on Friday. I barely walked, but even as little as I did do with my husband, because we were doing chores and things, I did manage to get in about 1,600 steps. It was a rough day. My inspirational quote is, make yourself stronger than your excuses. Now, I've been working on that, and I have to make sure that the pain that I'm suffering from is a pain that needs to be listened to, or a pain that says, this is your new normal, move along. Unfortunately, when my leg gets stuck, I am left with like a bruising and very sore and just really uncooperative hip. So, but I'm feeling much better today. I should say I'm feeling back to my normal pain levels. So I'm feeling, you know, same as usual. Got my steps in. My back's starting to ease up a little bit. I'm not going to go any jumping ahead. I'm maintaining this exercise level for this moment. My husband said, babe, you know, you're watching that timer and you're forcing yourself to keep going. He says, what you need to do now, since you got to 15 minutes, and that's a really good, and then you're doing it at 10 minutes at night, he says, what you need to do now before you move forward is wait to hear the timer. Don't look at the timer, and wait till you hear it. He says, when you can get all the way through your workout and the timer is going off and you're like, oh, the timer went off, then it's time to move up your workout. Okay. He's probably right, because I have been pushing myself really hard, because I'm so determined to get back into a little bit of much physical strength, you know, just being able to go do things. We're getting ready to take a trip, and I want to be able to walk along the beach with my husband, you know, and go looking for seashells. So yay, I'm doing good. I'm feeling proud of myself. I did have a little setback on Friday. I was glad it happened on Friday, because fucking Friday anyway. So I was happy it happened on Friday, and I didn't have to miss 2 days instead of the one. So, because usually Fridays are just worthless with my husband here. We're doing what he wants to do. You know, whatever it is he's doing and he wants me to help him, that's what we're doing. We're not caring about working out. But that's okay. I always set another side goal. I've been trying to paint for my upcoming trip. I did finish a painting I started the other day. perspective. I'm working on it, people. This is my new painting. I'm pretty happy with it. I started it the other day. I have some minions being painted right now to go with us on our trip. I'm getting excited. Just a couple of weeks away. And I'll begin to see my friend. So I like to have a little story time after accountability. I don't really have a story I've been working on my gastric bypass story, but unfortunately for me, it wasn't just a gastric bypass story. I had all the usual gastric bypass stuff, but I also had family trauma happen to me the day of my gastric bypass, and so I can't seem to talk about the actual surgery and all the things that happened that was surgical without getting all teary-eyed and crying about what happened family-wise at the same time. So we'll just keep working on it. If I ever get figure out an editing program that I can actually use, and I learn how to do some editing, I might be able to do it and then edit it together. I might be wearing different clothes or whatever. But sometimes I can talk about things, and sometimes everything makes me emotional. But I know one thing I can talk about, and why is Nettie using a rebounder as her exercise of choice? Let me move my fan. I love my long hair, but sometimes it gets warm. Yes. I'm using a rebounder because when I broke my feet a few years ago, I got on the slug train, which is, just dwelling on all the things I couldn't do while I was recuperating. Then I gained weight while I was recuperating because I wasn't moving, because I broke both my feet at the same time, fell in a hole. It was quite comical. The aftermath was not comical. So in trying to walk with the feet, the wobbling from the two different types of shoe I was wearing, a boot on one and a moon shoe on the other, my knee started suffering on one side and the hip on the other, and I just quit moving. I just whatever, and I would do my grocery shopping or whatever. I was still walking and doing those things and stuff. But I gained up to I've been carrying about 200 pounds, 210, 15, depending on whatever. It depends on those particular days that you weigh, and it's more than what you normally are, but whatever. And I gained up to about 250 pounds, and then my son announced at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, we are going to go on a cruise and get married. Him and his amazing, wonderful now wife, going to get married on a cruise. How romantic and awesome, and very walking intensive. I was not going to, I looked into it, and they were like, oh, you can have a scooter, and I'm like, I'm not going to be A, responsible for such things, and B, I'm not going to be tied down to that. I'm going to get myself in shape. So I went online on YouTube, and I was looking up exercises you could do, morbidly obese, beginning exercise after you've been not doing anything for so long, because I definitely don't want to hurt myself anymore, because I still got the hip issue and the knee and stuff. And that's when I was directed towards, I saw a couple of things about rebounding. And I'm like, well, that might be kind of fun, because I don't know if you're like me. If it's not a fun exercise, I'm probably not going to do it. Now, I really enjoyed the exercise bike that I used when I went down the first time. I rode that bike all the time. And I actually shed a little tear when I gave it to my friend. I was a little attached to it. It really did help me over the plateaus of gastric bypass and losing weight. So, but I can no longer mount a bicycle. My hips no longer allows me that particular type of movement, and I'm not sure what to do to get it back, but I'm doing the best I can. So I found rebounding. And I was like, well, that kind of sounds like fun. And the way they were explaining, if you do the health bounce where your feet never actually leave the mat, it's pretty low impact, but still a good workout. And I was like, okay. So, one of the main thing that drew me to it was that it helps with the lymphatic system, and that the astronauts are use rebounders to regain muscle mass and tone after being in space. Now, there's a lot more to it, and I'm not here to talk anybody into rebounding. I'm just telling you why I chose rebounding. I advise everybody who is starting any type of exercise program, especially some exercise that is different to you than you've normally done, see your doctor. See if this is something that you should be doing or that you can do. And then before you go out to, oh, you found a rebounder, a mini trampoline at the rummage sale. Only buy it if you're going to give it to your kid, and it don't matter what the weight limit is. If you are a larger size person, chances are you are not going to find a rebounder at a rummage sale for over 250-pound weight limit. You want a weight appropriate rebounder when you start rebounding. It will make all the difference in the world to you. It will take some worry out of your mind. I mean, are you going to come through this on the 50 millionth time you jump on it? I really feel like I get a really good workout. Walking, just maybe it's the shoes I'm wearing, because I'm still wearing my flip-flops because it's summertime still in Arizona. But my husband is going to take me, he says, since I'm so determined right now, and my tennis shoes that I wear when I'm scooter riding or it's wintertime, I figured out are 11 years old. So if I'm actually going to take the dogs for a walk and walk with the dogs, I probably need some new sneakers that have all the support that sneakers are supposed to have when you are walking for exercise. So that is next for me, and I'm pretty excited about it. My rebounding is going well. Whenever I am rebounding, my leg does hurt. I just adjust myself, and I just keep going because I'm not going to stop moving. I want to move every day in purposeful exercise, and the rebounder is fun. It's fun. You get the music going. I love my one-hit wonders from my time, and I have some fun music, and I put that stuff on. I turn it up loud, and I just go, and set a timer on my phone so that I know that I'm going as long as I should be. So if you're thinking about rebounding, now you know why I rebound. And if it's something for you, I hope that you go and you look up the information and maybe it is something for you. Anyway, that's this week's accountability. Thanks for coming back to check on me. And I'll see you Wednesday for Hump Day. Maybe we'll do something fun. How you guys like my new eyelashes? This is the very first time ever in my entire life that I have ever wore false eyelashes and put them on myself. Never did it. I videotaped it, but you can only see my eye part because it was the first time I ever did that too. And I don't have a video editing program that allows me to speed it up because it's like 15 minutes long because I don't know what I was doing. But it's all in preparation for my Halloween costume. I'm so excited. I'm going to be Maleficent. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace out. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Please don't take my sunshine away. Come back real soon now. Peace out.